Welcome, dear listeners, to a world where shadows dance with the dead, where whispers echo with forgotten sins. Tonight, we journey into the heart of darkness, into the haunted mansion atop Widow's Hill, a place where every creaking floorboard tells a tale. Every gust of wind carries a scream. Gather close, friends, and listen well, for the spirits are restless tonight, and they're dying to tell their stories. Our first tale begins on a stormy night. A young couple, lost and seeking shelter, stumbled upon the mansion. They found the door unlocked, an open invitation to their doom. Inside, music drifted from a dusty ballroom, an ethereal waltz, both beautiful and melancholic. Drawn to the sound, the couple entered the ballroom. They found only shadows swirling in the dim moonlight. As the music swelled, a cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing their only candle. Suddenly, the couple felt an icy breath on their necks. They turned but saw nothing. Terrified, they stumbled back, tripping over an unseen object. As they lay there, the music reached a crescendo. And then, silence. When dawn broke, the caretakers found the couple, dead. Their faces frozen in expressions of sheer terror. Next, we meet the mansion's former master, a cruel man with a cruel hobby collecting souls. His name was Lord Alistair Blackwood, a man whose very presence could send shivers down the spine of the bravest souls. Known for his ruthless demeanor and insatiable greed, he was feared by all who knew him. His portrait still hangs in the main hall, a chilling reminder of his reign of terror. The mansion itself, with its grand yet decaying architecture, seems to echo with the whispers of his malevolent deeds. A testament to his vanity and his wickedness, the portrait captures his cold, calculating eyes, and a sinister smirk that hints at his dark secrets. It is said that he commissioned the painting himself, ensuring that it would capture not just his likeness but his very essence. They say his eyes follow you, watching your every move. No matter where you stand in the room, those piercing eyes seem to bore into your soul, as if judging your every thought and action. Some say it's just a trick of the light, an optical illusion created by the artist's skillful brushstrokes. Others know better, believing that the portrait is imbued with a dark magic that allows Lord Blackwood to continue his malevolent watch over the mansion. One night, a group of teenagers, emboldened by youthful arrogance and the thrill of the unknown, decided to spend the night in the mansion. They were drawn by the legends and the promise of a night filled with spine-chilling excitement. They dared to mock the portrait, challenging the old man's fury. Big mistake. Their laughter and taunts echoed through the empty halls, a stark contrast to the oppressive silence that usually filled the mansion. As the night wore on, one by one, the teenagers disappeared. Their absence was sudden and inexplicable, leaving behind only the faintest traces of their presence, a dropped flashlight, a discarded jacket. Each vanishing was accompanied by an echoing cackle that seemed to emanate from the portrait itself. The laughter was cold and cruel, a chilling reminder of Lord Blackwood's malevolent spirit. By morning, only one remained. The sole survivor, a young boy named Ethan, was found trembling and pale, his eyes wide with terror. He was found huddled in a corner, eyes wide with terror, pointing a trembling finger at the portrait. His voice was gone, replaced by a silent scream that seemed to echo in the minds of those who found him. The old man's eyes seemed to gleam with unholy satisfaction, as if reveling in the fear and chaos he had caused. The portrait had claimed yet another victim, adding to its dark legacy. The surviving teenager never spoke again. His silence was a testament to the horrors he had witnessed, a chilling reminder of the mansion's dark past. Some say he's still lost in the mansion, forever trapped within the portrait's malevolent gaze. Others believe he escaped, but left a part of his soul behind, forever bound to the cursed painting. The legend of Lord Alistair Blackwood and his malevolent gaze continues to haunt those who dare to enter the mansion, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within. Deep within the mansion's overgrown gardens lies a well. This well, shrouded in mystery and overgrown with vines, has been a source of fear and fascination for generations. Locals call it the Well of Souls. The name itself sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. Legend has it that the well was once used by the mansion's master to dispose of his victims. These were not just any victims, but those who had crossed him in the most unforgivable ways. Their tormented souls, unable to find peace, are said to be trapped within the well's depths. The well became a prison for these restless spirits, forever bound to the place of their demise. On quiet nights you can hear them, whispering, pleading, begging for release. The air around the well grows cold and an eerie silence falls. broken only by the faint, sorrowful voices. One day, a curious young woman, ignoring the warnings of the townsfolk, decided to investigate the well. She was drawn by an inexplicable urge to uncover the truth behind the legends. As she peered into its murky depths, she thought she heard her name being called. The voice was faint but unmistakable, as if it came from the very bottom of the well. A soft, seductive whisper that seemed to draw her closer. It was as if the well itself was alive, reaching out to her, pulling her in with an invisible force. She leaned further, her balance failing. The ground beneath her feet seemed to shift, and she felt herself teetering on the edge. Suddenly she felt a cold hand grasp her wrist, pulling her towards the edge. The touch was icy, sending a jolt of fear through her body. She screamed, but her cries were swallowed by the well's darkness. The sound seemed to be absorbed by the walls of the well, leaving nothing but an eerie silence. The next morning, her mangled body was found at the bottom of the well. The discovery sent shockwaves through the town, reigniting old fears and superstitions. Her face contorted in an expression of pure horror. It was a sight that haunted those who saw it, a grim reminder of the well's dark history. They say her screams can still be heard echoing from the well. The sound is faint but unmistakable, a chilling reminder of her tragic fate, a chilling reminder to those who dare to tempt fate. The well stands as a silent sentinel, warning all who approach to heed the whispers of the past and respect the restless souls within. Section 5. The Attic's Unholy Sacrament. Our final tale takes us to the mansion's dusty attic, a place where forgotten memories gather dust and cobwebs. This attic, unlike any other, holds secrets that have been buried for decades, secrets that whisper through the wooden beams and echo in the silence. It is said that the attic was once used for a most unholy purpose, a place where dark rituals were performed, where blood was spilled in the name of forbidden knowledge. The very floorboards are stained with the remnants of these dark ceremonies, and the air is thick with the residue of malevolent energies. One night, a group of paranormal investigators, armed with EMF readers and night vision cameras, decided to spend the night in the attic. They were seasoned professionals, having explored numerous haunted locations, but nothing could prepare them for what they were about to encounter. They hoped to capture evidence of the supernatural, to prove the existence of that which science couldn't explain. Their equipment was state-of-the-art, designed to detect even the slightest anomalies, and they were confident in their abilities. As they set up their equipment, they felt a sudden drop in temperature. The chill was unnatural, seeping into their bones and causing their breath to fog in the air. It was as if the attic itself was reacting to their presence. The air grew heavy, thick with a palpable sense of dread. Then the chanting began. It was a low, rhythmic sound, almost like a heartbeat, growing louder and more insistent with each passing moment. Low, guttural voices, seemingly emanating from the very walls themselves. These voices spoke in a language that none of the investigators could understand, yet it filled them with an overwhelming sense of fear and foreboding. The investigators, their faces pale with terror, fumbled for their equipment. Their hands shook, making it difficult to operate their devices, and their hearts pounded in their chests like drums of war. But it was too late. The attic door slammed shut with a force that shook the entire house, sealing them inside. The attic was plunged into darkness, an impenetrable blackness that swallowed the light from their cameras and flashlights. Their screams echoed through the space, but they were cut short, replaced by an eerie silence. The silence was deafening, a void that seemed to absorb all sound and hope. It was as if the attic itself had come alive, a malevolent entity that fed on their fear. The next morning, the attic was empty. The investigators, along with their equipment, had vanished without a trace. It was as if they had never been there, their presence erased from existence. Some say they stumbled into another dimension, dragged there by the unholy forces they sought to document. Others believe they became part of the attic's dark history, their souls trapped forever in its cursed confines. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. The attic remains a place of fear and mystery, a testament to the unholy sacrament that took place within its walls. And those who dare to enter do so at their own peril, for the attic does not easily relinquish its secrets. Section 6. The Secrets We Dare Not Speak. These are but a few of the countless tales whispered about the haunted mansion on Widow's Hill. Stories passed down through generations, each more terrifying, more disturbing than the last. But why? Why do we tell these stories? Why do we subject ourselves to these horrors? Perhaps it's the thrill of fear, the adrenaline rush of confronting the unknown, or maybe it's something deeper, a primal need to confront our own mortality, to acknowledge the darkness that lurks at the edge of our reality. Section 7, A Legacy of Terror. Whatever the reason these stories continue to haunt us, they linger in the shadows of our minds, resurfacing in the dead of night. They remind us that some doors are best left unopened, that some secrets are best left buried. The haunted mansion on Widow's Hill stands as a testament to this truth, a crumbling monument to our collective fear, a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin, where the dead still walk among us, and where, if you listen closely, you can almost hear them, whispering your name. Section 8, The Unseen Guests Among Us. So the next time you find yourself with a chill down your spine, remember the tales of the haunted mansion. Remember the ghostly waltz, the malevolent portrait, the whispering well, and the attic's unholy sacrament. Remember that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we cannot see, the ones that lurk in the shadows of our own minds. But most importantly, remember this: you are not alone. For even now, as you read these words, the spirits are listening, watching, waiting for their next victim. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring allure of fear. Sleep well, dear listeners, and sweet dreams. You're going to need them.